Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight and giving us the opportunity to share about profusion on this Monday evening. I'm not sure about you guys, but we are in a small town called Rubik West, and it is pretty cold this evening. It feels like there must be some snow on some mountain somewhere. So I would like to present to you guys a condensed version of our introductory, actually our Profusion launch presentation. We launched in March, where we had a very lengthy, very detailed presentation. I don't want to go into that presentation completely. I want to provide more time this evening for questions and answers so that we can understand better where are your thoughts, what are your questions, what are your concerns potentially, and provide feedback as best we can. So my lovely wife Sunel, she posted in the comments a link to that detailed presentation. If memory serves, it was 45 minutes to an hour actually. So yeah, there's lots of content there, lots of value, lots of insight. You guys do have some time. Relax, get yourself something to drink, and have a look at that video if you didn't join us back in March. All right, so I'm going to take the floor then to my presentation. Let me share my screen. Let's see. All right. Is that working? Can everyone see my presentation? Just feedback from one of the executive members. Is it working? Good.
Visible.
All right. Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay. So, Profusion Property Stokvel. By the way, profusion is a word that just means abundance, right? We believe that together, building wealth in property, we can create abundance for all our members, right? So the underlying principle, or let me rather say, now the word's gone. Let's say our underlying values, that's the word I was looking for, is bringing together brilliant minds, innovative, wealth-driven individuals, that's you, to realize a common goal of building and preserving wealth in the Western Cape property sector. While we're doing that, empowering the individual property investor through education, paired with a powerhouse of industry specialists. We'll get into that in a second. Ready to help you grow. Right. So we define a problem, and some people might think problem is a negative word. Let's say problem could equal opportunity, right? So the problem or challenge is the Western Cape market, that it's geographical location. In our property network, we have a large number of guys in Gauteng, in Bloemfontein, in PE, in KZN, who might like the idea of investing in the Western Cape, but just the geographical limitations could stop them from doing that. Also, there's a general price point challenge in the Western Cape, for Western Cape investments, right? As an individual, now this is more towards joining forces in the form of a stokvel, where as opposed to as an individual, you probably have an affordability ceiling where you can only invest in X amount of investments, right? In the education part as well, all investors need to invest in self-education. They will pay school fees, or they will pay school fees due to costly mistakes, or you pay for education, right? You just need to choose in which way you're going to pay. Then getting your house in order, finding that great investment is one piece of the puzzle. How do you plan and structure for tax efficiency, for generational wealth preservation, right? We also touch on that. Growth creates wealth. Not all property are good investments. Only the growth on your investments will generate wealth, right? So these are the problems which we believe create opportunity. So the solution that we are building, that we are putting on the table, is to be niche focused on the Western Cape inner city multi-let deals, with the local team continuously hunting for deals and analyzing the market. Then together we are creating access to deals, the whole, which is now the whole of the property Stokvel, the whole of the members combined, is greater than the sum of its parts. Members will leverage on the collective resources to access Western Cape deals. Together we can access amazing size commercial deals, blocks of flats, those kind of things. That's what we're looking at. We really promote a learning network. We always encourage learning, from online courses to site visits and even deal analysis sessions as each deal allows. Then we have in-house expertise, from deal structuring and tax to running the numbers and building the team. We're here. Right. So these are all the elements of the solution, trying to cover all the elements of the problem. Our potential partners, I'm sure many of you have seen many of these logos before. I'm not going to go into each one of them one by one, but we have from Flipping Fast, which is my wife and I. We have Tipa Homes, we have the Property Academy, we have financial services such as TUF, we have Tax Edu, which you guys know, Intergen, Bruno Samau, attorneys, SA Property Investors Network. That is obviously one of the core partners, which brings all of us together, right? Then a very quick Stokvel overview. Okay, just a bit of nitty-gritty to get those juices flowing, to hopefully entice some questions coming forward. So when you're ready to join the Stokvel, there will be a once-off joining fee. This is an admin fee of 1,000. Then you can either have a lump sum contribution, or you can have 3 monthly contributions. If your cash flow is more towards where you can contribute a smaller amount, but you can contribute 1 month after another. We're going to go into what a raising cycle looks like, but it's typically 3 months. So that's why I have the 3 monthly contributions within a raising period or raising cycle, right? By being a member, you'll benefit from profit share through dividends and or interest income, as well as equity, capital appreciation through property ownership, right? Then in terms of the back end or the moving parts of the Stokvel, we utilize the trusted platform of Stokvel, which is a secured online club savings account, which is provides efficient management, minimal admin, and transparency as well. Okay, our investment model is threefold. We raise funds. We have an investment cycle, including a 3 months raising cycle, a period, a 1 month to secure the deal, and then we invest in Profusion deals. So when that raising cycle has been completed, then we look at all the deals on the table and we choose the best performing opportunities, focused on cash flow positive multi-let deals. So the aim is to start earning from the day one of the deal, right? Secure earnings, as I mentioned, profit share and capital appreciation via ring-fenced property ownership. This is a more of a picture of our 3 months raising cycle. I'm an engineer, and I always like to explain with visuals, with pictures. Okay, so this is our 12-month plan, consisting of 1, 2, 3 raising, three investment cycles, which consists of 3 months raising finance, 1 month to secure the deal, and then rinse and repeat, pretty much. So the idea here is that when you join as a member, as we mentioned, you can either contribute a lump sum, or you can contribute over typically 3 months, and then you would be included in this first deal, for example. Okay. When the deal is on the table, we would communicate and we would choose the best deal we have, right? Then once that next cycle starts, as a member, you can decide you want to join in the next deal as well. You can contribute in the next cycle as well. Or if you are a member, a new member who missed that first cycle, there will be a next cycle where you can contribute and you can be part of the next deal, and so on. So this is a cycle which keeps going. Continuous opportunities for current members and for new members alike. Right. So the strategy for growth, as I said, the growth on the investment is going to generate wealth. So how are we going to scale our stokvel? We're going to do this through multi-let deals, which maximizes rental income and minimize the risk by spreading the risk. Right. Just as a definition point, if everyone is not familiar with the term multi-let deal, that just means that we have a property and we have multiple tenants. We are letting the property multiple times. Okay, this could be in the form of a block of flats. It could be smaller. It could be a nice old big house that you can subdivide, that you can put some flats, you can convert the garage, that kind of thing. That's a general definition of a multi-let. Also in the process, area rejuvenation, right? Because our aim is to spot potential, to see potential where others don't. Okay, and then forced equity through renovation and or conversion. Conversion could be it's an office block that we convert into residential flats, as an example, right? And then thirdly, to leverage our network. I'm sure most of you have heard the phrase that your net worth equals your network. So we are heavily dependent and heavily focused on leveraging our network, from financial partners, structuring and tax, to construction and property management, all of the above. Meet the team. This is our executive team, executive members of Profusion. From the left, you all know Shirley Boy Motiba, a chartered accountant. He's our chairperson. Myself, Louis Skitakat. I have a master's in engineering. I'm our secretary. Then we have Lucky Motiba, also an engineer, a civil engineer with a bunch of really big civil projects under the belt. Okay, Lucky is our treasurer. And then we have my wife, Sunal Skitakat, also with a master's in engineering. She is our validation officer. She's the one that runs these huge Excel spreadsheets for deal analysis and area analysis and all those kind of fun things. Right, so this is the team. So the next steps, if you are ready to join, us in this first raising cycle, the steps are pretty simple. You can send a WhatsApp to this number, 074-589-6439. You will get a link to a pretty short form. It's an online form that you can complete. Then your application will be evaluated and we'll send you a link to sign up to Stokvel. There you'll be approved on Stokvel, and from there you can make payments. It's as easy as that. So I believe that's the end of our condensed presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. So yes, the floor is actually open. Anyone ready with a question?
Thank you so much, Louis. Thank you so much. I actually felt sold as I was watching. You know when you're always talking, sometimes you miss the opportunity of seeing things and then observing from certain perspectives. So I'm sold. And yeah, we, like you said, let's open for questions. For those who want to ask questions, you're more than welcome to ask questions.